I'm Petey. This is PHNX, and it's time for another Petey's Puck Talk. You might have seen recently on X, former Coyote George LaRock teaching Matt Rempe from the New York Rangers how to fight over the summertime and improve on his fighting skills. Well, there's no question when you're 6'7" in the National Hockey League, you're going to have to fight. Somebody's going to challenge you. So you better learn how to fight. But that got me to thinking. What does Matt Rempe really need to be working on over the summer? And what do the Rangers want to see him get better at? Well, first thing he's going to need to get Matt Rempe right now is an incredibly good net front player. He's strong, he's big, and he's tall. So he gets in the way of the goaltender. He can take shots like this, and he can make an effective player in front of the net. They'd love to see him be stronger, be more like Chris Kreider in front of the net, better tipping skills, and be an effective player in front of the net. Something else they'd like to see him do is create more offense with his big body, open up areas in front of the net, and be able to generate offense from in front of the net. Something else I'd like to see him do with his size and his speed is be the first forechecker in on the forecheck. Be F1, be physical on opposing defensemen and separate the opposing defenseman from the puck. Because when you see a player like Matt Rempe bearing down on you as a defenseman, it's going to be a challenge. And you want to see him get in quickly, separate the opposing defenseman from the puck, and maintain offensive zone time for the New York Rangers. You're going to see it again where you want to see him being the first forechecker in, being physical on the defenseman, and getting possession of the puck offensively. Something else you want to see him do is you want to be tough, and you want to see him separate the opponent, not just on the forecheck, but anytime in any of the three zones. And you can see here, we see Rempe bearing down. Imagine that's coming at you, separating the opponent from the puck, and again, maintaining more offensive zone time. You're going to see it again here, where he separates the opponent from the puck physically, and the Rangers have time in the offensive zone. Here in the neutral zone, be effective, get on the opposing player, physically get him, turn the puck over, and get back on the offense. You're going to see it again where he is physical on the opponent, separates the opponent from the puck, and they gain possession of the puck. And here again in the neutral zone, physicality, separate the opponent from the puck, and the Rangers get an offensive opportunity going back the other way. But with that, you've got to keep in mind there's a lot of small, skilled, quick defensemen in the National Hockey League, and he's going to have to work on his skating so he can get these players and catch them, because this is a situation that he can have. He can't have these missed hits from players that are too quick and too skilled. So he's going to have to learn to be able to move quickly on his feet so he's not eluded by these fast, quick defensemen. So that brings up what he has to do. He's got to improve on his strength, and he's got to improve on his skating. The other thing we talked about is skating on catching those players. Look at his strength. He's got that high center of gravity. He gets a quick push, and he ends up on the ice. You're going to see that a continual thing where he's pushed off of the puck when he has puck possession, and the puck goes back the other way. You're going to see it again where he gets possession of the puck, and he's physically not strong enough to stay on his skates, and he's pushed off the puck by much smaller players because of his high center of gravity. Here he is again, pushed off the puck, and he ends up down on the ice. You're going to see it again. Big, strong player, tall center of gravity, pushed off the puck, and he ends up down on the ice again. He's going to have to work on his skate strength so he doesn't have situations like this where he's pushed off the puck so easily. He's going to have to be stronger on his skates so he doesn't end up in those situations. Well, let's get back to the fighting. When you're 6'7" and you hit like he does, you're going to have to stick up for yourself. So he's going to have to work on his fighting and limiting his penalties. Because when you have hits like this ended up being a charging penalty, or you have hits like this. He's going to have to learn to, again, with his skates, keep his body in tight and not have situations like this, because when you hurt an opposing player, you're going to get challenged and you're going to cause attention and bring people to you. And here's what happened against the Devils. Because of that hit, he drew this kind of attention. And yes, you're going to have to stick up for yourself and fight. And there are tough guys in this league, and you're going to have to challenge them and stick up for yourself and your teammates with those tough guys. So yes, it's important to learn how to fight, because you cannot lose like this, because that can change momentum going back the other way. The New York Rangers want Matt Rempe to be a physical player, but he has to learn how to hit properly so he doesn't continue to take penalties. This team can't be shorthanded because of stupid mistakes by Matt Rempe, and you can't see that continual stream of Matt Rempe going to the penalty box over and over and over again. If he's going to be an effective fourth line player for the New York Rangers, he needs to be on the ice and not spending time in the penalty box. That's going to do it for another Petey's Puck Talk. Let's keep an eye on Matt Rempe over the summer and see what he's training on. And until then, stay tuned to PHNX. I'm Petey, and we'll see you at the rink.